From mountain summit to the sea, Hawaiʻi Island is characterized by a dramatic diversity of climate zones, ecosystems, and species in close proximity, and is therefore host to many complex shifts resulting from contemporary climate change. Yet for centuries, Hawaiʻi Island has also been a form of human adaptation through socio-ecological change. It is therefore a revealing place within which to improve our understanding of contemporary climate change impacts while building upon long-standing capacities of cultural adaptation and resilience through change. Climate science centers across the nation work to unite scientists and natural resource managers while developing research products that promote socio-ecological adaptation to climate change.
We are the bridges between science and culture, so how are we gonna start building these bridges, and what is it gonna take?
Working from this foundation, the Pacific Islands Climate Science Center developed a climate change bootcamp that took place in August of 2016 at the Kiolokaʻa Ranger Station in Kaʻū.
Being here with people who have deep connections to this place and hearing the mo'olelo, I think that was it was a privilege, and it's definitely worth it to go out and make connections with people who know the place and the stories and the history.
As we begin to understand other worldviews, common ground can be established, creating a forum for trust, a vital element of communities that flourish through time.
Kaʻū is a very wild, open, natural place that you don't find a lot anymore. You don't find it anywhere else in Hawaii.
These are stories of resilience coming from people from Kaʻū, but also coming from other participants in the workshop. So I think it's a really good foundation for having these talks about climate change. It's really important to get the indigenous voices within these discussions, having their stories and their experiences be at the forefront and being showcased, and the foundation of this camp, I think, is really moving.
The experience was designed to support adaptation and resilience locally by showcasing and building upon diverse professional networks.
And that's part of what the Climate Science Center is building resilient communities in the face of climate change. So all of these kind of ideas merge together to try and bring this really amazing group together here this week.
57 cultural practitioners, graduate students, faculty from social and biological sciences, policy professionals, administrators, community leaders, and a wide range of natural resource managers attended the boot camp.
It was just kind of a mix of people with different backgrounds coming together at the same table and all having an equal voice.
The boot camp focused on 3 core themes: knowledge co-production, multiple ways of knowing, and experience of place.
And a lot of what we've been working on over the last year is knowledge co-production. And looking at knowledge co-production is just trying to understand people's different approaches and perspectives on how they approach issues, and how we can learn from each other and work as one to kind of solve where we're going forward in the future.
My part was to bring in practice, to actually have hands-on, to be hands-on in this place, to help bring kind of a Hawaii understanding of connection to place. We're making tule to give as ho'okupu to these very important wai or water areas that we're going to be visiting over the next 2 days. And so making the lei and giving this ho'okupu symbolizes and helps us, or helps encourage our kupu, our growth. This whole process is really based on everybody coming together and sharing their ike with each other, maybe being in an uncomfortable situation or participating in something that they're not skilled at. It will contribute to the kupu of what the goal of the program is, to have that multiple ways of learning.
Shopping carts and whatnot.
Traditional Hawaiian practices such as oli, leihaku, and mo'olelo were utilized to develop participatory awareness of long-standing cultural traditions on Hawaiʻi Island and to foster understanding across worldviews.
One thing that I would tell other people if they have the opportunity to come and learn more about the island that they're living in and the island that they're trying to take care of, it's definitely worth it to go out and make connections with people who know the place and the stories and the history.
While engaged in activities and discussions, participants continuously experience the native plants, native birds, and natural elements such as wind and water flowing through the camp from the surrounding forest, which hosted the experience.
My takeaway is that there is hope with these young people, but we can't waste time. Don't hold back. Don't wait. The world, the planet, has had enough desecration. It's time for us to mend and heal our planet. I believe we keep doing what needs to be done to protect our aina, to network and get different people together.
We need to include everybody's voices, the people of this place, the farmers, the fishermen, going beyond just saying we need to have these discussions.
Climate change isn't just the only thing happening in our communities, and for a lot of people it's not the most important thing that's happening to us. And we need to understand how we as a community can all be a part of making our communities resilient in the future, no matter what the threats are. If it's climate change, if it's land use change, if it's the economy, how are we making sure our communities are resilient in the future?
Ina ia oe, kele ia maila.